You ready? Do you want to introduce it or do
Yeah,
you want me to do it?
you do it.
Alright. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Doghouse Podcast, episode 7. Wow, yes,
Yo,
go, baby!
yo,
Yeah! Let's go! Right.
yo, let's go, everybody. Welcome back
fun
to
little
episode
fact.
7. You know, Ah!
Fun little fact I found out is that most podcasts end at episode 7. So, you know, don't know if this will make it any
Is
longer.
this the last one?
I
Are
hope
you
not.
sure about that? Are you sure about 7? Are you sure about that?
I'm pretty sure if you add all the higher numbers with the lower numbers, it kind of rounds up around 7. From a quick Google search that I had.
Let me have a
You know,
search.
if you diss in my knowledge, you can diss Google, okay? And Google is infinite knowledge. It's infinite knowledge, so you're just wrong, bro.
What shall I
You
search? What
just
number podcast?
how many? I don't know what to search, man. Most podcasts end at 7 episodes. That's just a little fact I know.
How many episodes for a podcast? Between 6 and 13, so yeah, around 7.
Yeah.
Dang, man. Well, it's been good. Wait, how is this the 7th? Oh, yeah, because it was like the
Oh
dream
yeah,
and then the
we brought it back.
fire.
We brought it back. Don't watch the original episodes, people. Please do not watch the original episodes. They're not good.
What episode was it like proper start? Was it the Gads one?
Is it episode 4 episode 5? I think it's 4. Episode 4. No, it's not the Gads one. God damn. Please do not watch the goddamn Gads one.
After the Gads
Please don't
one.
watch it. Don't watch it, guys. Do not watch that podcast.
After the Gads one. That's when
Yeah,
it
episode
started.
4, I'd say. That's when it started online, and that's the proper podcast. Why? Don't
Yeah.
do that.
Sorry.
Right. What's been
Section.
going on, okay? You can have to take over this a little bit because you've
No,
been doing a lot
you're the
more than I
host,
have.
man. You're the host. I'm the co. I'm
You're
the
my
co.
co-host now. You're the co-host. Okay, that's fine. You know
I'm
this is so recently. Mackie has been you've kind of moved. You're moving and you're in between it.
kind of yeah. I actually painted the house today. Painted the room.
How's it going? Is it going all
So
right?
yeah, I mean, it's going on schedule. Let's just say that.
How long do you think it'll be until you've moved?
Um, a week and a bit.
A week.
Hopefully,
Oh, that's
hopefully next Wednesday.
you're so dramatic. I thought it was gonna be like a month.
No, but the thing is, I'll have everything ready, but the house won't be fully done probably for like two
Will you be
months.
lived in? Will you live in there
I
for the
mean,
two
like, I'm
months?
gonna
Though?
sweet, yeah, and it'll be good and stuff,
That's
but we
pretty
just want
cool.
to do extra stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Yeah.
So what is it gonna be like? You can live in there in like 2 weeks.
Oh yeah. It's livable. It's livable. But say we just want like an
Yeah.
island in the kitchen, that kind of like it's just breaking built like walls and that. You know what I mean? Burning bridges, breaking walls. That will happen when we're like inside the house. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I respect it. Makes sense as
Yeah.
well, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Right. What else? What else has you been up to?
My guy Don. I
Shut
respect.
up.
A
What's
a
a...
rat likes to clean. I respect it.
right. The next thing is once again you're taking over for this. You've recently got a new car.
Yes, that is
How has
correct.
that
I
been
am now
treating you?
broke.
How has that been treating
I'm now broke. Let's say that.
you? But
It's
you
pretty
stand on
sick.
your money.
I
You're
got
5'10". Stand off your money. You're 5'10". It's fine.
yeah.
Respectable.
That's so funny. That was actually good thinking. If you're wondering what that is, it's from one of my songs.
It's one of Mackie's
So I'm
songs on
broke.
his newest album, bro. You should listen to that
To be fair
album.
though,
It's a good album.
everyone's the same height, even if they stand on their money, because really the money's in the bank account in it. So
That's so true. What, you standing on a
think about this,
credit
though.
card?
Most of our money,
What, you standing on your
most of
phone
our
or your
money.
credit card?
I know. Think about this though. Most of our money is virtual until we get it out. How weird's
Yeah, for
that?
real. I have all my
It
money in
doesn't
Bitcoin
exist.
though, so
It's fake. Virtual
all my
stuff is
money's in
fake until
Dogecoin.
you get it out.
Yeah,
Is
it's
that
weird,
a thing
don't it?
still?
Yeah, it's still a thing. It's just terrible. It doesn't work. It's like no one uses it anymore.
You
All right.
know,
So the final.
the Aloha.
Oh, yep.
Uh, you know the Aloha hula gill, Hawaiian gill things.
Yeah, of course. You've got one of them for your whip, haven't
One
you?
of them. I got one of them. Yeah. I got one of them from my car.
And
It
what's
doesn't
the
have
price of
like
fuel? And
you can't connect it. Sorry, I think there's some kind of lag because
yeah, there must be
like
mad lag. I'll turn some
or
stuff
you
off.
or you're just but
Actually,
my phone doesn't connect to my computer, so I got some CDs and I got the Drake Scorpion CD and I got Bob Marley hits. I'm pretty
oh,
much selling the
nice.
music stuff.
As long as you've got Bob Marley, you need to get a Biggie Smalls and Tupac album as well. They're the two. They're the two ones. You need to get
Yeah.
Life Before Death. Oh, what else?
Yeah, do this.
What's
You
the
know
best
who Zia?
Tupac album?
You know who Zias is?
Zeus?
Yeah,
I don't think so.
I'll show him one time. I think me and you are kind of similar to ZS and B Lou. If the fans who are watching
B.
them
Lou.
know who they are, yeah, I'm like B Lou and you're like ZS.
Oh, is he Aiden's friend?
Yeah,
I think I know who you're on about.
they used to get rappers. They usually get rappers on
Yeah,
their thing, but
yeah,
they're
those two. I know. Yeah, I know.
you
I've
know.
seen. You showed me these before. They had the one with Trippy, didn't they? And did one little
Yeah,
Yachty as well.
yeah.
Yeah, they're good. They're good.
When we
I've
when
not
we
watched
get
a lot of
bigger,
them, but they're alright.
we need to do a like a better us like two what's it called acts of two double act we need to do
Yeah, best
a
double
double act,
act.
double act.
Double
Yeah
act tier list. Top
double
tier
act
list.
here.
We've got to be top tier. We've got to be top
Not at the
tier.
moment, not at the moment, but we will one day.
We're still number one. We're still number one. Yeah, we were
I mean,
we were a duo before YouTube. That's how early. We're day
that's
ones now.
true. Many people can't say
It's
that.
too
That's
true.
true.
People can't see that exactly.
King Gatsby, he's kind of a double act.
A double act of who?
You.
No, he is not. There is no way.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
It's just me. It's
Yeah,
just
what
me. And him, me and
today?
him just make fun of each other, and I love it. I love our friendship.
Yeah, what have you done today?
Oh God, bro, I'm not even joking. I woke up at 4:30 in the afternoon.
Oh man.
I know
Yeah,
it's
this
so bad. It's so
sleep
bad.
schedule, man.
I know. I hate
Yeah.
it, bro. And also, by the way, everyone on our like all of our group is on Xbox like really late. We go to bed at like 2 in the morning. So it's not just
I've
me, at
heard.
least. It's me. I'm not the only one. There's no dissing just towards me. I mean, I'm
No, I'm
definitely
not
the worst because
dissing
I
you.
go
I'm
to
not
bed at
dissing
5 in the
you, but
morning.
why?
Yeah, it's bad. I know. I don't know. I feel like I stay awake too long and then I
Is it
sleep too
because
long.
you can't sleep or like
Yeah, literally. I can't sleep. If I can't
really?
sleep, I'm just gonna. Yeah, I can't prevent myself go to sleep. I just have to be tired. So like before
Seriously?
I go to sleep, I'll get my dumbbells. I'll just keep curling. That's why my biceps are so big. Because before if I want myself to go to sleep, I literally just curl and curl and curl. It's a hustle, but
I'm the same as you. I can if I just lay on my bed go to sleep, but it's because I'm
mm,
so tired. Just
yeah,
7 hours of I go to bed at like 10:30, 11 every night.
it's weird. I get like sluggish though, but I can't
I'm tired
sleep.
right now. Look, tired. Facts.
If I was tired, mate, I've literally been asleep for what, like 8 hours. If I was tired now, I'd be the laziest person. But I've been to the gym though. I've been to the gym today. I've done something.
Do you feel like you've done like you've actually done stuff? Sorry.
Yeah, I've done a bit. I think there's quite a bit of lag, by the way. But no,
Yeah.
I don't know. I actually
I'm
don't know. It
green.
might be your end. Yeah, quite a bit.
Oh dang!
Jesus Christ, why did you do
I
that?
mean, it's too late. It's too late for me to go on 4G now, isn't it?
Yeah, no, it's fine. It's fine. Don't worry. People can understand. People understand. We've got very, very, very friendly viewers.
You sure
Uh,
booking's still here?
they can hear you. Yeah, hopefully. I think Craig records on
Okay.
your end as well, so it should be fine. It didn't. I think it records just raw audio, so
Oh yeah,
I
you're
don't
right.
think
You're
people can
right.
actually hear it.
Yeah.
All right. What else? This is the newest thing on what's been going on. We're doing a podcast now. We can do it weekly rather than every other week.
Yay, let's
Yay!
go. Reason for
I
that
feel
is
like every other week,
more content.
more content. Exactly, that's literally it.
Plus,
We feel like every other week
plus
isn't enough.
the fans want to know what we're up to like all the time, so we can't just do it every 2 weeks
Exactly.
now. You know, what I mean, can't lie.
Yeah, because like
I didn't actually know it was every 2 weeks. I thought it was weekly, but I know.
every time we do the podcast, I feel like I'm not used to it because we only do it once every 2 weeks. I'm surprised you actually didn't know that because I feel like we don't do it very often.
I feel like
We're
I've
on
done it
episode 7, bro.
loads.
And we've been doing it for months. And we're only on episode 7.
Did we do the first episode like after the Gads one? What was that?
Episode 4. So I think it was 2 months ago. I
Was
think
that the
like just around two
one
months.
where you used that image of me in the red top?
Yeah.
Nah, it wasn't. We did something before that, I'm sure.
Yeah, that was the first one back. No, we didn't. Mm-mm.
What?
That was
What
episode
have the
4.
other ones been then?
Yeah.
We've had that.
So we did
Episode 4
that
was that
one.
episode.
Right, let me pull up my channel so I'll show you it properly.
Was that
Right, so
January? Yeah, let me.
episode so episode episode 4 was basically like yo, this is what's going on with the podcast. We're bringing it back online. It's all this. The Kanye West was on there because that was like we were back and I want to talk about Kanye. Liver King. We did New Year's resolutions. What's going on with our YouTube channel? Just like
Oh,
basically, it was just like what's going on with our channel and stuff.
yeah. Videos
Yeah,
not
episode
released
5
yet.
was like.
It was told.
Yeah, so episode 5. Yeah, episode 5 was like we just talked about tier lists because we just filmed a bunch of tier lists. Then Logan Paul went on a bit of a madness. We spoke about streaming. I spoke about God of War for a bit. We spoke about Velma as well. Episode 5. And episode 6, obviously, we had our guest Oliver. Come on, which
Yeah.
by the way, still love that episode. It was
How come the
amazing
guest?
because I feel like they share it as well, or it's just like a name. I don't know.
Oh yeah, you're right. To be fair though, for us too, I don't
I,
even share it to anyone, so it's getting 50 views. That's pretty good, isn't it?
yeah, I agree with that. I think 50 views is fine. I think that's a good number. Because I understand podcasts aren't
Having
everyone's
100
cup of
subs, I
tea.
think. Yeah, that's
I think
true.
yeah, it's not a podcast just aren't everyone's cup of tea. Some people will just want to hear my reviews or they want to listen to some music or tier lists.
Much time on it, like though.
I have no clue. I'm on you. I will tell you, but we need to get onto our first topic in a minute. So,
Yeah.
do you mean which one do you want to know the watch time for? The Oliver one or the other one?
The other one, this number 5. Number 5.
Right. You have to give me a minute because
It's
I
weird.
think actually it's my internet lagging a bit.
Yeah, it's weird to think. God of War. It feels like it didn't happen.
Yeah, I know. For me as well, it didn't feel like it either. I think it's because I didn't stream the ending. It really annoyed me because I was told I had ages left and I needed to do it quickly, but I didn't
Did you
realize
like
I was literally
streaming
just before the
the?
ending.
Did you like streaming the My Nintendo Rewards video?
No, I think I should have recorded it. I think that would have been a better recording.
Really?
I still haven't made a video out of that as well because I don't like cropping streams and then making a video of it. I'll do it for some things. I don't mind, but like just in general, I prefer to just sit down and record because I feel like I structure it better when I do that. Because with streaming, you have to look at chat and you have to make sure everything's
Yeah.
all right. Right, so analytics for this, the overview. My computer's been very slow. It's because I'm recording from OBS as well. So watch time is 6.2 hours, which isn't terrible. It's pretty good. So it means like it's been like fully viewed for 4 times. But don't forget, a lot of people go off after around like 10 minutes. So I think people skip to the bits they want as well. So after 10 minutes, it kind of like peels down a bit. But I think every podcast does that. But yeah, that's basically the rundown of it. Right, so let's go. What we've been up to, okay? What have we been up to, lad? I think the only big thing we actually done, we played football, but I don't think that's very noteworthy. We just kind of play football.
Yeah, just kind of play football. There's nothing really to talk about that, to be honest. Just for good
Yeah,
times, fun
apart from that,
times.
I'm a sick goalkeeper. I'm a sick goalie.
True,
Anything
true.
comes near me, got it. My hands are bigger than a ball, so I can just catch it immediately. I'm
That
like,
is
do
true.
you know LeBron when he
You
pulls the
literally
ball
should attach
one-handed?
catches. Yeah.
I know. I'm terrible at getting
You're
off the floor though.
taller than
Because
LeBron.
what?
You're taller than LeBron, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, that's mad. I'm taller than one of the biggest
Or
basketball players. Great.
or the same. He's not one of the tall. Oh, he's not one of the tallest.
No, he's
I
not. Is he
think
a
he's
shoot? He's a
six.
shooter, isn't he?
I'm not sure. I can't remember what it's called. I'm sure he's
Yeah.
either 6'8" or 6'6". No, Michael Jordan was
Hmm.
6'6". I think LeBron's 6'7" or 8".
Hmm.
Never mind.
I don't know enough about basketball. I'm a basketball novice. I don't know much.
I'm
Bit
guessing
of a
we're going to
noob.
talk about Ant-Man now.
Right. Yep. Ant-Man. Okay. So we saw Ant-Man yesterday.
Yeah, that
My
was
review of it
weird.
will be
Wait,
out.
have
My
you done a
review of it
video
will be
on it
out
or not?
before. No, I've got the script right. I'm gonna record it right after this. I'm gonna try and get it out.
Nice,
But it's
nice
my
one.
review will be out by the time this podcast's out. So if you want to see
Oh
the
no,
proper
wait,
review on it,
confident,
go watch
confident. He's
that.
literally just said
I'm
it.
confident, mate. I'm confident.
That means it's
I've got
happening.
the script ready. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. So right, I'll let you because I've done a video on it. Like when this comes out, I want you to try and go through what
Yeah,
you
so
thought about the film.
I'll say what I have because I know exactly what you said.
Yeah. So you if yeah, you go through yours first, and then I'll go through mine. I'll go through like the cliff notes of my review of it. Okay.
Okay, do you want me just to say what my thoughts are, like a summary of the whole
Yeah.
movie?
All right. Give you. Do you want to do like an organized thing? So like go through the story, then like what you thought of the story. So then the characters,
I'll
the
give them a
pros, the
general
cons,
summary. I'll
what you
give them a
thought.
general summary, and then I'll go
Okay. Just
into it.
do it spoiler free ish. So there might be a few little spoilers, but no, not spoiler free. Just like ever
Okay.
so slight. Don't do like mass. It don't really matter. There's not many spoilers in this film
Is
that
your
you don't
review
get from a
spoiler free?
trailer. My no, oh god no! If you're watching my review, it's not spoiler free. Big warning! I'll flash a big warning up right now. Not spoiler free. Okay, because I
Okay,
don't know how to do it spoiler free. I'm too
my
lazy.
general summary on it on the Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania.
Hmm.
My general summary is it is a watchable movie. I
Mm.
wanted to carry on watching it. I wanted to carry on watching it, not just because I'm a Marvel fan, but also because I wanted to see where the story was going. You know what I mean? Because I was just like,
Yeah.
if it ends here, I'll be annoyed. I just want to see the ending. I just want to see the ending. Yeah. So with the story, I feel like it follows a very generic, not original kind of
Mm.
story like how it's set
Agree.
out. Like yeah, it kind of is. Oh, it's kind of bad if you think about it. Like
I think it's
it's
lazy. That's what I said. It was
it
very
is.
basic.
They
Very
tried to
very
go down the
basic.
route. They tried to go down the route of similar to like Journey into the Center of the Earth. Have you seen that movie?
Mm.
Basically, the
I
people
haven't.
get lost. They get lost, yeah, and then the whole thing's about them trying to get out. That's the
Yeah.
whole thing, and we all know how it's gonna end. We all know they're gonna get out because then the movie would be rubbish if they didn't get out. You know what I mean? So we already know that.
I
So
prefer it.
we're hoping for some good stuff happens in between, aren't we? We're hoping some good stuff
Mm.
happens in between. We find out that the main villain, is down there. Can't lie, he's meant to be so overpowered. He didn't really give a good fight. I
Mm.
can't lie. He was
Yeah.
kind of
Agreed.
nerfed.
Agreed.
Um,
So what I
the
said is that
character,
his power like fluctuated. So it's like he'd be
what's that mean?
really powerful at some points. So it
Yeah,
fluctuated. So like sometimes he'd be really powerful, he could
I,
kill waves of people, and other times
yeah.
he'd just be slapped down and he'd lose.
That's what I do not like about some movies. How it's obvious the power some people have, but they don't choose to
Mm.
do that thing. So the main villain, yeah, in this movie, he was just like doing this, like at characters, instantly killing them. Why does he not do that
Yeah.
to Ant-Man?
He could do this. He'd just flick
He
him
literally,
around. He literally kept doing
yeah, he
this.
literally, yeah, and he chooses not to do. He chooses to like, I don't even know what he did. With the main
Yeah.
characters, yeah, there's no really character development. They're all like, we already know who they are. They're kind of lame, can't lie.
Mm.
They're not. No one's fan favorite. Like, imagine saying, "Who's your favorite character?" The Wasp. No one says that, man. Who's your
So
favorite character?
I
Hank
thought
Pym. not
The only
Superman.
character that was yeah, the only character that was kind of developed was the daughter. Like it was developed in the worst ways possible. I thought she was
Yeah, the thing is, no
completely
one likes her
unlikable.
anyway. Yeah,
Yeah,
I agree.
she was a snotty teenager. I didn't want to watch that in a film. It just annoyed me. It's like,
I
oh,
agree. Already, no one really because there's Ant-Man already there. He's the main character.
hmm,
You're not really focusing on her. She's more there just to
no,
be like
completely.
the reason why Ant-Man's trying to survive. If you get what I mean,
Yeah.
like that's he's trying to save her. She's not like you're not like, oh, she's my favorite character. She's so cool.
Mm.
She's so powerful. It's not like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I felt with these films though, there was too many main characters to get like a proper development and proper interest in the
They
characters in
they tried
general.
to go more down the route of
I
what's
think it was like
the
Star Wars. They tried
um,
to rip off Star Wars completely, in my
they
opinion.
did, man. They ripped off Star Wars completely. They say they. I feel like they just added so much stuff into it because there's nothing else you could do in that
Mm.
quantum place. Because they said there was nothing down there. Yeah, there was
Yeah,
nothing down there. We saw in Ant-Man, there's nothing down there. That's why he was like there by himself for like 5 seconds, was it? But it turned out to be five
yeah,
years. Do you remember? And
yeah.
then
I
we
know
find out that
from the
there's
blip.
actually a whole civilization down there of random species
Yeah,
and that. Literally looks like Star Wars. It literally was, wasn't
it
it?
was.
There was literally a
So yeah,
cantina scene.
they went. Yeah, they went with. There's aliens that were they were technically. I think they were technically in like another universe or like a smaller universe that you can't see. So they were in a different universe, like Star Wars would do. It was with aliens that like looked. The only thing I didn't like was to see. What? Not sorry. The only thing I did like was how the aliens looked. I thought they did well with them.
Yeah, I
That
agree.
was the only credit. The only slight credit I'll give it. Because I think the aliens look cool, but I think all the other CGI looked terrible. It
With
looked really
the
cheap. It looked like me
it
in a
was
green
so.
screen.
I feel like most of it was filmed just sat like in a small area or a green screen because literally
Yeah.
you could see behind the characters. It just didn't look real. It didn't look
Do
right
you know when they were getting
either.
sucked down into the quantum into the like quantum realm? There's a bit
Yeah,
where Ant-Man looks behind him and he's clearly sat down just going.
yeah, I know. Yeah.
It's like
There's so many bits like that. You're like, how? I feel like yeah,
yeah,
it's
it was
because
lazy as hell.
they've done so many deadlines for Marvel movies that now they're not really like treating them
Mm.
well, like in the amount, which is kind of rubbish.
Yeah.
I think it's kind of Disney's fault because before Disney, you had like what was the first Avengers, you had Iron Man's, they were all like 9 out of 10, 10 out of 10 movies, apart from like
Yeah.
the Hulk and the first Thor and that. But now I feel like
Mm.
I feel like they think they've. This is just my own theory. Yeah, after watching it, I feel like every movie after Thor Ragnarok, because it's done so well and everyone loved Thor Ragnarok, they've tried to literally copy Thor Ragnarok in every movie.
Yeah, it's like
Like in the
Thor Ragnarok had.
last Thor,
Mm.
tried to copy it. It was rubbish. This one tried to copy Thor Ragnarok, rubbish.
Mm. Yeah, it's because of the comedy
Do
as
you know what I mean?
well. Thor
Yeah,
Ragnarok had good comedy, but
yeah,
that
it
is
had
the
good
comedy
comedy.
is normally terrible. So I think
Yeah.
like they were like, oh, people like the
I
comedy.
think it
But there's
worked.
bits
The
in this
comedy
where,
works for
there-
that movie, but now every
yeah,
Marvel movie is trying to copy it and it's not working. Like this movie had
there's
such
bits,
failed
yeah,
comedy.
there's bits in this film. I don't want to. This is going to be like a bit. I think a big spoiler, but I think most people know he's in it. There's a character called Modoc in it, who's like a big floating head with little arms and legs.
Yeah,
He was terrible in this film, right? Just he was probably the worst bit of the film. Um,
it
and
was
there's a
really
bit
it was
where
so
he
it was actually cheesy, wasn't it? It was bad. He didn't look
yeah, I was
real.
upset 'cause I love Modoc and they've ruined him in that. So
Hmm.
like, there's a bit where like Modoc's he'd been beaten and he was like, "What do I do now?" And Amra's daughter just goes, "Don't be a dick." And I was thinking like, "Oh my god, this is so stupid. It's so corny." Everyone around us was like, "Ah, ah."
We even yeah, we need to end credit scene, but or just for now, mate.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
me,
We'll talk
you, and
after. We'll talk
Connor,
about
we
that
kept
after.
looking, we kept looking at each other like during the scenes, and we were just like,
Yeah.
this is not
What is
funny."
going on?
Like
This is
so many
stupid.
cheesy bits. Yeah, there was so much. Do you remember that bit with the alien and he had, like he said he wanted holes in him because he didn't have any holes, and then he got shot and said,
I
"I've
have
got
no
holes."
holes.
That wasn't funny. That was awful.
So the only bit I kind of laughed at was when they said he has seven holes and he like stopped for a second thinking like, oh I do, yeah.
I'm
That was
trying to. There was like
the only
one or
slight
two
joke, but I think that
funny.
was still kind of goofy.
I only found the unintentionally funny scenes like funny, like someone like
Yeah.
sad about something stupid, or the guy with the thing on his head that could read minds. Like that was just so stupid, man. So
Oh
bad.
man, it was such a bad film.
They tried
They,
also
I,
to make that warrior girl a main character. Like who was she? Do you remember the guy
yeah,
with the
no one
thing on him?
cares.
Like, yeah, no one cared about them, but they were like
Yeah, the
when they
Bean Dude was
rescued
all
her,
right,
he
but
was
yeah,
cool, but like
it's like the dog
literally
goes, "You're so
nothing.
badass." Oh my god.
I know. I think they just tried to
No
introduce a
one
new
cares.
character. Yeah, I remember that bit.
No
So
one
bad,
cares.
man.
No one cares.
Really bad.
There's also a so yeah. I want to talk about MODOK a bit more. I think
Yeah, that's the right
genuinely, I'm
more.
not even
He needs
joking.
more.
He was the worst part of the film. It really upset. That was like actually upsetting for me.
I
I was
don't think he
watching. I was
was
like,
the
they've ruined
worst
such a
part,
character.
but I do think they ruined him, and he wasn't funny, and he
Him
wasn't
and
even like
Cassie.
he wasn't even scary. He was meant to be like a machine that
No.
kills, and he wasn't doing any of that really.
Yeah, MODOK in a like I want to say comics, but like in anything else, he's quite intimidating because he's like a big angry head, and he's like when he's got his battle armor on, it's like it's got the robotic voice, like he has saws and everything. The saws and the guns that he used did nothing. They literally did
Yeah.
no damage the whole time.
Yeah, you know
I
what?
don't
They
know
could
what
have
it
done something good. They could have saved him for the, Iron Wars, because he is
exactly. He
part
is
of
an Iron
AIM,
Man villain.
AIM.
He's
Yeah,
he's an Iron Man
exactly.
villain. That's the whole thing. They've made Iron Man villain an Ant Man villain.
I think they did it because they thought having a massive head, because you have to do that for MODOK. You can't make him a robot,
Mm.
just a robot. You have to actually make it part human with the
Oh
massive
no,
head.
that's yeah,
I
of
think they
course, yeah.
thought, I think they thought putting that into the real universe of their like MCU would make it look too stupid. So I think they might have just thought we'll keep it in this like quantum universe. That's the only
Yeah,
thing
I
I
mean, it
think.
did. I mean,
But
the way
still,
they made it, like the story of how he became MODOK, it kind of made sense. Like it
yeah.
explained it alright. It's like he got shrunk down weird. And I was like,
I mean,
okay,
they might bring it back because he is meant to be a robot as well. So who knows? But they did ruin him.
yeah, true. I mean, I think
He's a
if
big
they bring
Marvel
him back,
character.
it should
Like,
be a different
not
person.
like
He's a massive
Taskmaster.
villain.
Actually, no. To be fair,
Mm.
Taskmaster's a big villain that they ruined as well. Both of them, man.
Also with Kang. Do you know what? There's one thing I actually did a bit of research on. So I watched that. I got home and I was like, all right, I don't really know anything about Kang. Everyone like is really excited for him. I know there's the Kang group or something, and I just thought it was weird. And there was a lot of Egyptian imagery. Okay, she said, you know all the Egyptian things. So I'm wait. Let me just Google it again. Kang's original character
Ramatut.
is like yeah, that's it. Ramatut. Okay, I don't need to search it. So Ramatut, he's from the future. He went back in time.
Man.
Yeah, he went back in
Egypt.
time and tried to become like a pharaoh. Yeah. So it makes sense that there's a lot of Egyptian stuff. Because I know that when we were with Connell said, "Why is there so much Egyptian stuff?" He was confused. But it actually does kind of make sense. But like, they did it in the wrong way. They definitely did it in the wrong way.
Yeah.
They just
I
went, "Oh,
think they should have
little
just instead.
Egyptian
They
reference."
should, Kang is such a good character, yeah, and he's going to be
Yeah.
the future of the mod. They would phase, yeah. He's going to be the future of this phase.
Is
So
it phase
I
5 or 4?
think because yeah, because this is his like first movie that he's
Mm.
in. I think they should have not done it like this. I think they should have made him an actual like he's a main character, but
Yeah.
he's not in like
Mm.
he's not in depth. They should have done a not Ant Man. Ant Man and him don't work, man. It's just bad.
Yeah, they
They
should
should
have
have
picked
made
a
the.
They should have picked better films to introduce him.
I agree. The first movie he should be in should be either a backstory of him, which explains the
Yeah,
Egypt stuff, or just straight away introduce him as like some overpowered like villain. This
yeah,
is
100%.
neither. He's rubbish.
It's embarrassing this film, and also, do you know when you mentioned Loki? I couldn't as soon as you said that. It's like little spoiler alert for after the film. There's a Loki end credit scene. I right, just to say, right, didn't we already know there's going to be a season 2? Is that like something that's confirmed already? We knew that already, didn't we? I'm pretty sure we already knew that. And when we were in the cinema, it came up with Loki wearing a little hat, and there was a bunch of girls in front of us going, ah, ah, ah! So did we already know this?
These are
Isn't
people
this
who can
something we
tell
already
it's
knew?
cast, and I was laughing my head off because I was just like,
Oh,
"What,
Marvel
guys?
fans,
Come
man.
on!"
Honestly, Marvel fans, just grow up.
No.
We already knew this was
What the heck
happening.
was
Why are
that
you excited?
about? I know. And then
Yeah,
people clapped at the
I was
for
so confused the
Loki.
whole time. I feel
Yeah,
bad
I
for the
was
people.
gonna say,
We rinsed
honestly,
it the whole
Ant-Man
time.
movie was rubbish. Ant-Man movie was rubbish. It was
It
rubbish.
was bad. It wasn't a good film. I think I've given it a
I wouldn't watch
4.5.
it again. I'm happy I watched it.
No,
Yeah,
that's the
4.5. I
thing.
agree.
It's good
I
to watch
agree.
once. If you watch it more than once, you're a weirdo.
Yeah, it's
It's
too
a
long to watch
one-time
more than
thing.
one. If it was 1 hour and
Yeah.
20, I might watch it again. No, yeah,
Mm,
1 hour 30, 1 hour. I might watch it again. 2 hours for that. Nope.
I know. I think
Nope.
2 hours is a good length for a film, but I think it would they
Yeah,
wasted the length.
yeah, I agree.
But I've always thought 2 hours was a good amount of time. Right.
Think
So, what were
about
your
Julius.
thoughts on? Okay. Okay.
Quickly. Think about the movie. Yeah, what actually happened in
Okay.
it? Think about the
See,
story. How
this is
did that
another
take
thing,
two
right?
hours? How did that last 2 hours?
If you took this film out of the MCU, it means no difference. It
Yeah,
literally makes no difference.
I thought it was
Like
going to
nothing.
make a massive difference. But it
Yeah, me
didn't.
too. And we have Kang. Okay, he's the new big villain,
I already
but
knew
this
he was
Kang
there
is
because of
this
Loki.
is a useless Kang. This is a weak Kang. It doesn't matter.
He's meant to be
He's
the
the
main
outsider
guy.
Kang.
This gang's meant to be the main
Yeah,
guy.
but what's going on with that then? So if he's supposed to be the
Ellie,
main Kang, why is
spoiler alert, he gets run over by ants. How's that? How's that?
that's how he
Compare
literally
that
gets defeated?
compare Thanos. Thanos would never. It's so bad if you think about Thanos. Thanos, yeah. Imagine Thanos getting ran over by ants. Can you just
Yeah.
think about that? That's ridiculous. That annoys me because I'm actually a huge Marvel fan. So
It's not. I prefer it. Do you know that thing that's like if Ant-Man defeated Thanos by going up his bum and expanding?
yeah,
I remember
it's
that. I think
literally
that
like
would have
that.
been a better. If they did that to Kang, I think that would have been funny.
Yeah.
It's like, what's that, man? Oh,
Same time though, he's
Mm.
meant to be scary in that, but I wasn't.
Jim,
He
I
was
think this is
rubbish.
the laziest writing I've seen in a Marvel film. And Marvel films
I
usually
just
have
would have
pretty
thought
lazy
so.
writing.
Yeah, since after Endgame when everything's just got
Yeah,
rubbish, they should have
I mean,
stopped
I
after Endgame.
understand a bit because
They
it
should have
makes
stopped
sense
after No Way
why.
Home. After No Way Home, because
Yeah,
then that finishes the Spider-Man stuff, and then it also finishes the MCU.
I've
And
not
then
even
just done
seen No Way
series.
Home actually.
Really?
Yeah, well, it's not
Um,
on any streaming platform. I can't watch it anymore.
honestly, on the end credits here, which shows all the other Kangs, I think that was trying to get everyone excited about it. But to be honest, it made me feel more
I
sad
was just
about
like,
it
well,
because I was like, I
yeah,
just
maybe,
thought after seeing all of them, I just thought, nah, man, this is gonna be rubbish.
yeah,
I'm just saying,
it's
I
stupid.
used to have hope. I used to have hope. I have hope in Guardians of the Galaxy 3. I have hope in that
Yeah,
movie.
yeah.
But everything else, I've lost hope for it being good.
I really want Guardians of the Galaxy not to be related to Kang or any of that. I want it to be a
I hope
separate villain, a
I hope
separate.
it's separate to the whole MCU and it carries on going what
Yeah,
the original Guardians of the Galaxy movies did.
yeah, exactly. I want there to be maybe an end credit scene can relate to Kang and what they need to do to defeat him. But I don't want them villains to just be, oh, this is Kang's buddy. This is Kang 3. This is
Yeah.
Kang C7444. This Kang's instead of he being an outsider, this guy's, he's a bit of an asshole. That's basically it. He's just not a very nice Kang. It's stupid. I don't get. I like Kang as one villain in one thing. Don't make him every single villain. It's
Do you know what's sad
stupid.
about this, Julius? Yeah. We're
What?
right. I feel like more than half of the people will disagree with us
What with Kang being everything?
with what we've just said about Ant-Man and the Marvel
I know.
universe.
Have you seen this reviews for it? Have you
We're
seen the
true
reviews
fans,
for it?
but a lot of it's just annoying to think about because we're true
Bro, the
fans, yeah.
reviews are like 3.5.
A lot of true fans who grew up watching MCU and the Marvel cartoons like we did, they'll agree with us. But a
Yeah,
lot of people now will not because they're like,
I'm not even gonna say I'm a
it's
fan
annoying.
anymore.
I'm not a fan anymore too.
Yeah, me. We were walking in. I was literally looking at the posters and going, "I'm more excited for Creed 3 than I am for this film." And it still has the actor for
Mm.
Kang in it as well, which is pretty cool. So he's getting a lot of business nowadays. He must be making a lot of dollar. And also, Creed 3 is probably going to be terrible because it's Michael B. Jordan's first film ever that he's directing.
I don't think
So
it'll
it's
be that
probably not.
great.
Probably no.
It'll just follow the same kind
Yeah.
of story.
Well, that story's timeless, though, isn't it? Like, oh, underdog. Now he needs to become big dog and win.
It's timeless
Uh,
when it happens in
hmm.
all the Rockies, which is good. Then now in all the Creeds, it's kind of like
Yeah. The only thing that mixes it up a little bit is when they lose. That's the only thing that actually does change it. But I don't think he's lost in. I think he lost in the first one, but the second one he just won immediately. But it's just how it is. I also want to go back to Ant-Man. I want to talk about the comedy again. I've got like an example. The dick example was one, but it's when they just like swearing. It's just like, oh, we said a swear word. And do you know what I was thinking, like, when they swear and everyone they're supposed to like make a laugh. Everyone laughs in the cinema, so I didn't know if we were the ones just
yeah,
like, okay, this is yeah. Anytime, like, do you know when
yeah,
he
I
said,
feel like
"Don't be
the
a
only people
dick,
that laughed
don't
were
be a dick,
like
Modoc."
the only people that laughed was like the old people that never really the older
Yeah,
people that never really laughed at anything.
yeah. There was and the girls in front of us. They were eating it up like spaghetti, mate. They were loving it. They were loving all these jokes.
Tell what type of people they were, Julius.
I ain't say nothing. I ain't say nothing, but you can tell.
Oh, yeah, hopefully everyone
Marvel
can
Marvel
enjoy
fans.
Loki fans. Loki fans. Let's
Yeah,
see
Loki
that.
fans. Oh, that's a good example. That's a good example. Yeah,
That's a good
it's just
way.
any sort of like bad joke, they would just go. "Ah, ah." It's like, they didn't
Mm-hmm.
say anything funny. She said, "Wow, you're
No.
badass." Ooh, ooh. She said nothing. That's a nothing sandwich. That's just a nothing burger. You just laughed at absolutely nothing.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It was a bad film. I had a good time with hanging out and everything. I didn't enjoy the meal we had before as well, but it was a bad film. Can I? I'm going to do a little rant about that as well. Actually, I'm that's not on the topics list. I'm gonna right. Right. I don't. I think I've realised I don't like fast food, and I know people look at me and go, "Stop the cap, stop the cap, mate, stop the cap." But any bit of fast food I've had, disgusting, absolutely vile. Burger King, right? I made a video on Burger King. If you want to watch that video, it's on my channel now. I made a video on Burger King about how bad that was. So, and when we were going, like the two options were Burger King or KFC. I went, obviously, I don't want to go to Burger King, it's gross. So we went to KFC, okay? I'm going to give you the pros and then give you the cons of my KFC, okay? I'll give you two pros, okay? Number one, Crush'ems. They're the best milkshake you'll ever have. I love milkshakes, and Crush'ems are one of my favourites, okay? Number two, the chicken was pretty good. The chicken was alright. It wasn't as crispy as I wanted it
KFC,
to be,
man.
but it was,
Chicken's
it was
always
good
good.
chicken.
Chicken's always
It
good.
was pretty good. So the cons was the pricing. I was actually genuinely surprised by the price. I complained about £5 for a meal at Burger King. It was what was mine? I think it was £12 because I got a crush'em with it as well. And I
Yeah,
upgraded to a
you got a
crush'em.
few extra things.
The only thing I added was a crush'em. Oh, it was like an extra pound, but that's definitely worth it. But it wasn't a lot of food for what the price was. It was like 12 quid for like a ish meal. It was three bits of chicken, a small popcorn chicken, and a corn. And one of the corn, you gave me your corn, and your corn was literally out of date. Oh, and chips, yeah.
It was not out of date.
It was out of date. I stand by it. It was literally
They would not
slimy.
serve out of date food.
What they did, right. When sweet corn goes slimy, that means it's bad. I've had a lot of sweet
Nah,
corn. I
to
don't know if
be
that's
fair,
me.
the
It
sweet
was legit
corn
like
was
slime.
the corn wasn't the best, but I think it's only because there was so many people waiting to get food, so they were just rushing stuff.
But that's not how it works. So when corn is slimy, that means it's not being contained properly. It was legit like it was like they'd like come on the corn. It was like actual sludge. It was like sludge. It was so gross. I hated it. And I knew it was your one that was bad because I had my one. It was delicious. And
Yeah,
also, they
because
didn't give
didn't
me a
have a
stick with
stick.
my corn.
To be fair, you
Yeah,
did
mine didn't
wait
have a
really long
stick.
as well.
Yeah, I had to wait
But
like an
no,
extra
but to
five
be
minutes.
fair, I feel like I don't know what I don't know. You already didn't want to go, and then the fact that mine and Colin's food was fine and yours wasn't, just kind of. I feel like you I don't believe in manifestation, but I feel like you kind of did something.
Yes,
Like
bro.
all the
I
worst
never
stuff
get a
that could
good
happen
fast food
happened to
experience.
you. Yeah,
I know.
why?
I know. To be fair though, I was complaining about it. It always gives me a bad stomach every time I have KFC, and it happened to Connor. It literally. I
Yeah.
felt fine after it, and Connor was like, "Oh, oh." So it's not good food. Okay, it's slop. It's gross. They didn't give me any ketchup as well. And I asked for ketchup.
Oh
Well, that was
yeah.
annoying because that was part of the meal. You get like a nice ketchup rather than just cheap ketchup. They didn't even give me it. And you got your barbecue sauce, so I guess I'll just go fuck myself if they're not going to give me my ketchup. I don't know. That's not being irrational, is it? It was like, what do they call it? Like fancy. I don't know what they called
No,
it. It
it
was like,
was so funny the way all the bad stuff happened to you, but you already said you already said that you didn't want to go, and
yeah. And when we're walking in outside, it stunk of weed. Like absolutely
yeah,
reeked of it. Like the whole of the outside. I don't literally like a 2 minute radius of being around there. It just
to be
stunk of
fair,
Kush.
the whole night did smell like it.
Yeah. Do you think one of us like maybe had some in our pockets?
Yeah,
Oopsie daisy.
maybe.
Oh, what's this? Yeah. Well, it wasn't me and it wasn't you. Connell. Connell. No, I'm only joking. I'm only joking. Right. So, okay. So what else have we got on our list? We've actually we've done quite a while with just Ant-Man. Right. Next is
Yeah, we have.
Valentine's.
Sorry, I had a lot to say. I had a
What?
lot to say. I'm sorry.
Hmm?
I had a lot to say about Ant-Man. That's why.
Oh no, it's fine. I agree. Agree. Right. Valentine's Day. Let's get on to that. How did you spend your Valentine's Day? You don't have to reveal any secrets or anything if you don't feel comfortable. But in general, how did you? Was it all right? Did you have a nice day?
Yeah, it was a good day. It was actually a good day.
Hmm. Mine was all right as well. Obviously, I didn't spend it with anyone, but I spent it with my friends, which was still nice. We played some Rainbow Six Siege. My mum's very sweet. Every Valentine, she gets me a box of lint
Oh, how
because
nice. Mine got
our
me some
children,
Maltesers.
her children. Yeah, I don't. Is that a parent thing? My mum said like because my mum doesn't have anyone as well. It's like you kids are my Valentines. I
Oh,
think
that's
that's very
actually
sweet.
nice.
Thank you, mum.
That's
Thank you,
nice.
mum. It was very nice. I know.
And you make
And
yeah
I didn't want to say, but I'm not really a big fan of the flavour she got me there. So I mean, I still ate
Lynn.
it. Yeah, white chocolate lint. It's too sweet, I think.
Oh,
'Cause I normally go for white chocolate, but well, I don't know. I'm just not a big fan of the white chocolate lint. Do you know what I
I
mean?
love Lynn. Lynn's so
I think
nice.
Smarties is my favourite. Smarties has always been my favourite. I
Yeah,
normally
how
just
does
say
it?
whatever you get to buy, is just get my equivalent in Smarties. So it's like 3 bags of Smarties.
Mhm.
Because quantity over quality. Am I right? Yeah. I think the second bit, I don't know, because you said before this, you didn't want to talk too much about what you done on Valentine's, but as a single man, I think Valentine's is completely just nothing. I don't think
As a
if you don't
single
have
man, I
someone,
agree. If you don't have someone, it's just another day. Just another day at the office, to be
literally,
honest.
it's like it didn't even feel like because I know a lot of people like really celebrate it when you're in a couple, but when
Yeah, I
you
would
don't have
be
anyone,
fair.
it literally is like okay, this didn't happen. It was just another. It was literally another day
I wasn't
when
even
I put in
sad,
my.
to be honest. I wasn't even
No,
sad.
I wasn't either. I felt all right. I thought I'd be pretty sad, like going through the stories and everyone's got like their couple photos. But I really didn't give a fuck. I just.
I didn't care either. I was. I'm not even saying that. I actually was sick. I actually just
Yeah,
didn't
Jim
care
and me
either.
either. No, I don't really care about doing that kind of stuff anyway. I'm
No.
too busy hustling on YouTube. This
Yeah,
is my real love.
You're in love with the
YouTube
money.
is my. I'm in love with them. I'm in love with my career. I don't need that.
Uh,
I'm in love with the cocoa. Yeah.
I'm in
I'm just in
love.
love with Crushams.
I'm in love.
I'm not in that. Crusham was really good though. But I understand why people do like Valentine's though, because if you were in a couple, I imagine it'd be
Yeah.
quite nice to have
Yeah.
like a day where it's like specialized that you're allowed to smooch in public and have a nice meal out.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm fine.
I'm gonna have it one day.
Yeah, I'm not bothered. Even if it were in a couple, I probably wouldn't do Valentine's. It sounds corny as hell. I'm paying for your meal. Shut up. I get a takeaway. That's it. I don't even like takeaway.
That counts.
I don't even
You
like
don't like takeaway.
takeaway though.
What, Domino's
I
pizza?
don't like fast food. Okay, yeah, maybe Pizza Hut. I
Or
go
what,
for Pizza
Chinese
Hut though.
takeaway?
Never had Chinese.
Bro,
Yeah,
you've lived
you know
18
this. I'm a
years, you
picky
ain't
eater.
had Chinese.
I've never eaten rice. I'm a picky eater. You know this.
You haven't had Chinese. I
Yeah,
don't believe it.
I don't. Genuinely never. Oh, actually, kinda. My dad
Oh, I
had some
knew
once,
it.
and
I
I had
knew
some of the
it.
chicken. I gave me the fried, but it's just chicken wings. That's all I've ever had from Chinese, is chicken wings.
You had fish and chips from a fish and chip shop.
I have before. I don't. I've never had fish. I've had sausage. I normally go for sausage because I prefer sausage, but I
Yeah.
love a big meaty sausage, so I normally go for that. Or I'm not. I used to go for battered, not battered sausage anymore. Mm-mm. No sir, battered is a bit gross.
Hmm. What's your
Yeah.
favorite
Well,
restaurant?
what's your maybe MagnaMamas? I'd say is one of them. I love
Really?
MagnaMamas. I love MagnaMamas. I love noodles like ramen. I hate stir fry, but just
You've never
like
had
normal ramen
rice,
noodles. No,
bro?
I don't
Together.
know. You know what? We'll do a video on it. I'm trying rice for the first
Yeah,
time.
yeah, do it. You'll like
Should we
it.
get? Do you want to do that actually? Do you want to order? Do you think that'd be a good video if we ordered a Chinese for a video? First time ever
What,
trying
mukbang?
rice. It wouldn't bang. It'd just be funny. It'd just be goofy. A real silly
Hey,
time.
what's a mukbang?
Oh, a mukbang where you just sit down and eat for an hour. Do you want to do
Yeah, we
that?
do
Do you want
that.
to do a mukbang?
Yeah, shall we?
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, but you
Well,
gotta
we'll
pay
do
for
that
it.
actually. I'll pay
From
for it. Yeah,
fruit.
no, of course. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, so am
Yeah.
I.
Wait, so you've never had Chinese? First ever
No,
Chinese, first ever Chinese takeaway slash
trying
mukbang.
rice for the
Let's
first
do it.
time.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Should we do it next week?
Yeah, do you want to do it next week, genuinely?
I'll come straight after school.
Okay, yeah, yeah, I'm down for that.
Okay, let's do it.
We'll do it in the doghouse. We can find a film it. Should we get John to come
I
over
always
as well so we can record?
could do. Yeah, yeah. He'll like. Yeah, he. I don't think he even likes Chinese. So
No, he's a picky eater. He won't eat
yeah,
much. And he's got a better camera than I do as well, so maybe I can steal his
maybe we
camera for
invite
him.
him out a bit after I've arrived or whatever.
Oh yeah, of
We could
course.
we could
Because John, if you're
discuss it.
listening, we don't like
But
you.
no, we
I'm
like you,
kidding. I'm
John. We
kidding. I
like you.
love you. I love you, John. I love you. I love
Ask
you,
him for
John.
his camera as
I'll more than
well.
like you. Yeah, bring your camera. It's better. Yours is
I think we should
it's
do a
like
rice.
60p,
I
man.
think we should do a rice tier list. Because I can think of a few off the
Isn't that
dome.
what?
Normal rice, egg fried rice, sticky rice.
Ugh,
I think brown
sticky
rice is a thing.
rice.
No, sticky rice is
I
so
can't.
nice. It's got a
All I've ever
nice
heard of
taste.
is what's rice pudding? That's a thing, right?
I'm not having that. That's disgusting.
What
That's
is rice
disgusting.
pudding? Isn't it just? Is it the rice and like custard?
I think so. That's gross, man. That's gross.
We're
I'd
part of
never
the
have
tier
that.
list. We can just try it. We can have a little
Yeah,
bit.
yeah. I try anything else on the tier list, bro. Even if it's nuts.
Yeah, even peanuts. Yeah. We spoke about that last time, didn't we? We nearly killed you
Yeah.
because we did
No, I don't think I
Reese's
can.
buttercups and you couldn't
I don't
breathe.
think. I don't think I would have died from that, but
No, well, you didn't, did you? You actually did eat it. I'm so lucky. I was going to buy the big ones, but I only got the little
I'm a
tiny
picky
ones, the little
boy,
mini ones.
But
Hmm. I still can't believe that. I thought you'd be fine. Because you joked about it before. I was like, yeah, but you're not, though. You're like, I'm allergic to peanuts. Oh.
I didn't think I was.
You cried wolf. You cried wolf, mate.
But
Because
I
even if then you
did.
told me that. Yeah,
I
even if you
cried
told me
nut.
then, like, you were like, oh, my throat feels funny. I'm like, dude, shut up.
I cried nut, bro. I'm the boy that cried nut.
Mm, okay, okay. Okay. Funny faces. Right. The next topic is a little thing. All right, so there's a TikToker called Joey Swole. Okay, I just wanted to talk about this because I think it's insane. It's not even just like him that's like had this problem with it. I've also seen like a lot of like media outlets talking about it. But so there's a trend of on TikTok where women they'll go into gyms, and I think people know that a lot of women do get harassed in gyms, and like this is an actual problem in gyms. There are a lot of creeps that go in there and then touch women inappropriately.
Yeah,
I saw someone on Twitter. Yeah,
can I just say, I do like, even though it's very controversial stuff, I like how the podcast just switches from and Valentine's Day to just such controversial topics like
this
this,
isn't
and then
controversial. I think
Hogwarts.
this.
It's not controversial, but it's just a sudden shift in atmosphere, like to
Yeah.
harassment, like
So
we went with Dolby from art to Hogwarts Legacy, and how Oh, it's just funny,
Yeah,
isn't it?
right. Well, I just think it's like just
Go on,
doing
speak your
whatever's on the
piece.
week.
Speak your piece.
Okay, so on, a recent thing that happens. Obviously, I was going to on Twitter yesterday. I saw a woman who was trying, like, this man was trying to essay her in the gym and like trying to pull her clothes off. It obviously it didn't happen, but she ran away and she beat him up. But it does happen. This is a very serious thing that does happen in gyms. But there's been a trend of like women recording them, because a lot of women do record themselves when they're doing the sets or just for whatever. A lot of people do like to film everything. So when they're recording it, someone will go like this, they'll go, and they take that one little glance, because yeah, right, so they'll take that one little glance out of context and like slow it down, and they'll go like, "Oh my god, this creep, this creepy monster staring at me. Why are they staring at me? Why she's got like skimpy like shorts tightened up all the way?" And they're not even doing that. If you've ever been to the gym, you'll know that there's not a lot to look at. Okay, so you do your workout. If I'm doing this, I'm doing my workout. I'll have a little
Bro,
look
did you
around
just
because
say
it's
there's not a lot to look at?
yeah. In a gym, well, if you
Oh,
look at a
okay. I
gym,
mean,
unless you're
wait.
with
Okay,
someone.
no,
No, I
no,
don't.
I
I don't
didn't.
mean women's bums.
No,
I
no,
mean,
no, no. Yeah,
I just mean like in general. It's when you're at the
yeah.
gym, you do it. You might you sit
No, I
unless you're
know.
on your
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
phone.
I just. There was two ways of context that you could have thought, and I
Okay,
thought the
okay.
wrong
Just to
one.
clarify,
You mean like
just to
there's nothing
clarify,
in
I'm
the
on
gym
about
to look at, like
yeah.
around you? Like there's
So
nothing on the
even if
walls
like
and that.
even if there's like a TV and you got your phone, it's still like you just look around sometimes because you just want to know what's around your atmosphere. I do that all the
Yeah,
time. I
yeah.
just want to see what's going on around. I don't know if it's like it might be like a protection thing mentally. Like you've got music on, so you need to see visually that you're all right. But like these women will take this out of context, and they'll post the man's face online, and then add the association that this man's like a rapist or something. I shouldn't have said right. Our rapist. I still said it. What's the sensible way of saying it? A man who doesn't like to, man who doesn't want permission. Okay. They'll take it out of
What?
context, and then
What?
so
What
they'll.
did you
Do
just
you know what?
say?
I couldn't
No,
think
I
of
know what you're
a
talking
nice
about. Well,
an essayer. Okay, an essayer. I think that's the abbreviation you use. I'm trying to find like a
okay,
nice way of saying it. Okay,
yeah,
so when they take these out of context, obviously it's not alright to make a not a man but anyone just like seem like a sexual deviant. I think that's pretty messed up. And they're posting it to TikTok where they usually have like hundreds of thousands or millions of followers. Like one of the big people that did it was a big Twitch streamer, and I think they had like millions of followers. Like they were big on Twitch, they were big on TikTok, and there's a big TikToker called Joey Swole who covers all this and goes, "You shouldn't do this. It's not good. It kind of ruins lives if these jobs see it, and then the boss sees like the employee's painted as a sexual deviant. They're probably going to fire him. So if you're doing that, you're actually impacting people's lives as well." And when he talks about it in with the severity it needs. He talks about it properly, and a lot of media outlets paint him out as a misogynist, trying to like put down women, like calling out men doing bad things. When that is just not the case whatsoever. What he does is basically just go, when you falsely accuse stuff, it makes the real stuff not seem as important, which happens with everything. It's not just the gym; it happens with absolutely everything. It's the same thing as crying wolf. It's if you cry wolf, if many people cry wolf, when it actually happens, it doesn't happen, complete. It doesn't get covered properly, basically. And a lot of like the one that was if you Google Joey Swole, I'll do it right now because Oliver did point out I didn't bring enough research back up into in the last one. Right, if you go on Joey Swole and go on news, it's Joey Swole. Wait, give me a sec. Cool. So yeah,
yeah, I found it.
it basically point out as he's a misogynist and he's a bad man and he's just trying to get rid of women's rights to like just I don't know what term for it. I think like, it's the same thing as like Me Too. So like, women should have the right to call out people doing bad things. Everyone should have the right to call out people doing bad things. If someone's being sexual towards you, you know, it's completely fine to call them out for it. But once you're doing it to completely innocent people, it causes a lot of problems in people's lives. Like if I had that association with me that I was a deviant, I'd be really upset. Like it'd probably make a lot of people go suicidal because of that because they get a really bad reputation put on them. And that's basically the rundown. And he's had to talk about it on Twitter and stuff because Twitter's done an update now. He can finally do longer tweets, and he's done like a full paragraph of what's been going on. And yeah, it's really bad. It's a really bad thing that's been going on recently. Uh, it's not actually that recent, but obviously we do this every 2 weeks. This happened at like the start of the 2 weeks. I just wanted to talk about it. But there's one thing TikTok has done right. There's one actual good thing TikTok has done. Child predator EDP has finally been kicked off the platform. Sorry, alleged child predator. Allegedly, he definitely is.
EDP.
EDP is finally gone. They actually got rid of him on TikTok. I think his account had millions of followers before they got rid of him.
I thought you were a fan of him or not.
I was when I was no, but please don't try and expose me like that. I used to be when I was younger.
I want to expose
Just to clarify, I do not support what he's done. When I was a lot younger, okay, I used to watch a lot of YouTube, and he was funny when I was younger. He kind of ruined his reputation with being a nonce, but yeah, when he was younger, he was funny. But that's because he used to say swear words, and when I was younger, swear word equal funny. That was basically my sense of humor back then. Yeah, he's finally been kicked off TikTok. He still has an Instagram. He's still got his Instagram. But I don't think he's going to last on Instagram much. He must be gone soon on Instagram. But the big problem with TikTok, with him being on it, it's obviously there's a lot of kids on TikTok. TikTok's main demographic is obviously children. So when you've got, a child predator who wasn't banned for years on TikTok, it's pretty dangerous. There's not really much to talk about it apart from well done TikTok. You finally did something right.
Yeah.
It's a bit late as well.
Yeah,
He did have like
random thought.
Okay.
Random thought. Yeah. Think about this right now.
Mm-hmm.
If we do, what's the number? I think it's 17 more podcasts. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's about a day's worth of like watching.
Oh yeah,
if
true.
you watched all the podcasts.
Most of them over an hour. I think we're over an hour now.
Yeah, right now there's about 7 hours worth of podcasts.
Yeah.
7 hours of just me and you. Most of it is me, but I think am I only not in one?
Yeah.
The Gads one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can give yourself some credit. And we talk about you as well. You're mentioned in it.
Oh, true.
Because you're close to me and Gads.
Okay, what's
actually that's a really good point. Actually, do you think at some point we should do a 24-hour long podcast?
That'd be pretty mad. I think we could do it, but I feel
we could do it if we had guests. If we had guests
dead after it.
Oh
yeah, if we had a guest like every hour. No, bro, we'll need like an hour. We'll need like a half an hour break every like 3 hours.
Oh yeah. Just a random idea.
Actually die. Good idea.
We just sleep on podcasts.
Maybe not 24 hours. Maybe 12 hours.
The next. We've got a couple more subjects. Yeah. I think if we did a longer one, like 4 hours, anyway, that'd still be good. It doesn't need to be like a really long number. It just needs to be longer than normal. Right. Yeah. So I don't know when this was. The Super Bowl happened. I know you didn't watch it.
Sunday.
It was Sunday. To be fair, I don't blame you because the only reason I watched it is because my sleep schedule's ruined. And I definitely didn't pirate watch it. I watched it legitimately, definitely. Wink, 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 wink. Eyebrows raised. I definitely watched it legitimately. Which is why the stream kept doing. Every time I watched it, every 10 minutes, and I had to go to a new stream to watch it again. And It was a good game. I genuinely do think it was a good game. There's a lot of problems with it. There's a lot of. I don't. Have you ever seen the Super Bowl's ads?
I know it's
So
like
with
NBA where it's like every 5 minutes, isn't it?
more, I think it's more than that. Every time they'd kick the ball and it would happen, they'd put ads on just between like the filling. So rather than having like, do you know in football when like,
I don't get how people can watch it.
yeah, when it goes out, when we watch football, when it goes out, they threw some like they go like a slow mo of what happened in better detail. They'll just cut to an ad. In American football, they go to an ad, and you
That's
have to
so
pay for
annoying.
watching this as well. You have to pay quite a lot to watch it. Uh, but apart from it was a good game. Apart from the ending, okay. So the winner was what are they called? Is it the Browns? I can't remember what they're called now. I think it's Super Bowl. Let me just double check. Super Bowl 2023.
I think it was the Chiefs,
So it's the Eagles
and someone
versus
else.
the Chiefs, right? Eagles and Chiefs. All right. So the score was 35-35. Basically, right, not basically the end. Right, very close to the end. It was 35-35. And in the last 2 minutes, it was awarded a penalty to the Eagles. Sorry, wait, the penalty to the Eagles. Is it to the Eagles that they got a penalty? Because apparently they were grabbing the player, but if you watch the clip, he basically just touches him slightly. And he's not grabbing him, he's not pulling him, he's like very lightly touching him. And the Super Bowl awarded like the Chiefs a like kick. And it gave him an extra 3 points. So at the last 2 minutes, the Chiefs won 3 points. So it's 35-38 to the Eagles and the Chiefs. And like a lot of people were saying, it's just rigged. A lot of people were convinced that this was a rigged game because it was they barely touched him. And I think I've got a little conspiracy. I've got my little tinfoil hat on, and I also think it would maybe have been a bit rigged. I think a lot of people know that sport games are rigged quite a lot, and it was pretty upsetting to see because if I don't support a team, but if I did, it would probably be the Eagles, just because of Always Sunny in Philadelphia. And going back to EDP supports the Eagles, so I bet he was fuming. He must have been crying. He must have been rolling it. He must have been rolling in his bed. What a poor man. So I just wanted to talk about it because I genuinely do think it was rigged. It was definitely a rigged game. Right. So yeah, that's just our normal thing. Now we've got game chat. Have you got anything you want to talk about games? Have you got the list up on your computer, Mackie?
Let me have a look.
Right.
Do
So
you reckon like 5 more minutes?
give like another 15 if you can. Because we've got like
I don't.
yeah. It is go on. Just try anything you can. Right. So Hogwarts Legacy. This is just a little bonus thing because we have talked about it quite a lot. I don't want to bring it up too much in this podcast. Everyone I know has bought this game. Literally, I haven't got it, but because I don't care about Harry Potter. But I know a lot of people who've just bought this game, and
I only know 2 people who have got it.
it's mad. Obviously it's like you're free to buy it if you want. I'm not going to stop you. I'm not even going to judge you for buying it. I just think it's funny that like even the people that you'd think would be upset by what J.K. Rowling had said, they still bought it. Like there are a lot of people in that community, and it's just mad. I genuinely just think it's mad. It's
Why?
pretty insane. I don't know. I just thought it was like I didn't think it'd be as big as it was. It's a massive game. A lot of people have bought it. Because I thought it would just be a throw off. I was like, oh, Harry Potter game, okay. The only Harry Potter game I liked was Lego Harry Potter, the first one on DS. It's not that, so I'm not going to get it. Did you see any gameplay of it? I know a lot of people on Twitch as well that were streaming it got hate raided. So they got like a lot of death threats and stuff like a lot of just random Twitch streamers. If you search it now, Hogwarts Legacy raids, you'll find loads of like people crying online
I know
because their whole stream
Hogwarts
has been
Legacy
like
is like
raided.
the most streamed game at the moment,
Yeah,
and
it's mad.
I've seen some. I saw some of my friend playing it because he streamed to me it, and it looks alright. But I feel like it would. It's personally I would get bored of it. Like there's
Yeah.
not much to do.
I
It's a
wouldn't
big
stream it either
open
because I
world, the
get
same kind
get
of thing.
harassed. Yeah, I think there's better open world games. Yeah,
I
this
agree.
is a little message. If you, I wouldn't stream it if I was you. If anyone's listening to this who streams or makes YouTube videos, I'd stay away from this one because you get a lot of hate raids that would just, no matter the context or anything, you'd just get harassed on it. I wouldn't bother. So speaking of games. I mean, this is game chat, so I'd hope. Speaking of games, we're looking for a new big multiplayer game, and I've got some ideas. These are just like ideas that we could do before something new comes out. Because obviously we both stream. We don't, I think you've streamed. Who streamed more? Do you think you or me? I think it might have been you. You did quite a few back in the
Me.
day. Yeah. So we've both streamed, right? And we don't really have like a main game we stream. Same with gaming channel anyway. We make gaming content. So I've got a few ideas of what we could possibly play. But the thing is with these, it's a lot of like there's always issues with it. So like Plants vs Zombies, I thought that'd be a good one. Uh,
The only thing
there's,
is,
there's
it's not that active, is it?
no, that's what I was saying. So no one really, the developers don't even care about the game. There's quite a
I
big
don't
community
think
for it.
anyone really. There's still an alright community, but no one really watches it, do they?
Mm.
It's not like
No, not really.
it's not modern times, you know what I mean?
I've got that and Battlefront because they're two it's EA games, right? So they've kind of been abandoned. There was supposed to
I
be
feel
another
like
Battlefront
Battlefront right
game.
now. I feel like Battlefront's probably very similar to Overwatch, but less because it
Yeah.
costs money.
Overwatch is a shout. I think we could do Overwatch, but I know a lot of people don't like it
I think it's a good
because
game,
it's
but
it's
I
quite
thought,
boring now.
yeah, it's a good game to play. I just
Yeah.
think to watch though, it's not.
Yeah, true.
I want something like a
Uno.
Minecraft area, but the only thing is, it's just
Hmm.
been done so much.
I think Terraria is terrible for recording as well, personally.
Yeah,
I think there's
Minecraft
very little
not.
you can do that looks good. Yeah, like bosses in Terraria, they're great for video. I think they'd be great like to record, like if we did Moon Lord or something. But just actual like just building, it just because the buildings like as cool as you can make them look, they don't even look cool in Terraria. Because obviously it's 2D. I do have Minecraft on the list, but I've put they have a weird community. Because I feel like once you've streamed Minecraft, you get associated with like Dream and that, and I really don't want to be associated with them lot.
I understand what you
Do you know
mean.
what I mean?
Yeah,
Because I really don't like their community or anything. I think I'd rather not be in that area.
I want to do
I've
Minecraft,
got
but I don't want to be linked to them.
yeah. I think if we did Minecraft and we just we like pissed about with it rather than like making actual like lore and everything of what they do, I think that'd be great. But if we don't, yeah, it's like that. Okay, technical issues. Yeah, that's fine. All right. So Mackie's computer's crashed, so I'm gonna try and do an outro. And it's a bit forward now, but I guess we'll do an outro. All right. So thank you everyone to listening to the Doghouse podcast. I'm sorry it's kind of like a weird night ending. His computer's crashed, so it's cool. Uh, I'll quickly go through it. So I've been putting out shorts recently. You know, I've been doing a lot more short content. So if you want to follow me on Instagram, TikTok, I'm on shorts as well. Just to check out all them things. KingMagna on most things. On in TikTok it's KingMagna. On Instagram it's king.magna. All right. Yeah. Thank you for listening to Doghouse Podcast. I've enjoyed my Jamak. He says thank you. He's on my messaging right now. He says thank you. Thank you for listening. I appreciate your viewership. So yeah. Oh, and he's gone. Yeah. See you later.